Alright everyone, let's work some engineering notation problems. We'll do a few where we're converting from engineering notation to normal numbers, and we'll go from normal numbers to engineering notation. Let's do those first. So remember our rules. We said that our engineering notation rules were to show 4 significant digits. You can see the examples down at the bottom all have 4 significant digits. They've been rounded. The 5th digit tells us how to round the 4th, whether to leave it alone or whether to round up. We want to display our numbers in powers of 3. So everything down here is in kilo, mega, there's no giga, but if we go down to the small, there would be milli, micro, nano, and pico. So always 3. And to do that, the scientific notation has one number in front, and it just lists out times 10 to the x. You'd always have one number in the front for scientific notation. But for engineering notation, because we're staying in powers of 3, that means that we can have possibly 1, 2, or 3 numbers to the left of the decimal place. So you can see that that's true down below as well. Other rules, we don't want to forget our units, and that's going to be about it. So let's go ahead and let's do some conversions. What I like to do is I like to find where's my 0, where's my decimal. So here's my zeros place. I just leap over 3, and that becomes my new decimal. Okay, so this is going to become 232.6. I have a 6. I'm going to round up, so 232.2. I've taken off 1,000, not 1 million worth, or taken off the thousandths place. So I'm going to put kilo ohms. Okay, I have 249 watts. There I am right there. I'm already in the correct place. I'm going to say 249.0 watts. Here I'm going to go over 3. I should have 11,217. I'm going to change that to 22 because my 7 is going to round my 1 up to 2. And that would be kilo amps. Okay, here I've got one where I'm going smaller. I'm going 3 places. So I'm going to call this 632 point, instead of 19, it's going to be 0.2 millivolts. Here I've got 97.5, it looks like. So 97,500,000. That's going to become 97.50 megahertz. Can I do that that way? And here's a really small one. 1, 2, 3. 121.3 milli micro nano watts. Okay, now down here to the conversions. I guess I don't even need my calculator for this. We're doing fine. So now I want to go back to normal. So my key is going to be my metric prefix. K tells me I have to add 3 zeros. Milli tells me that I'm in the that I have to push 3 zeros ahead. Mega tells me that I've got 6 zeros. Nano tells me that I'm going to put it in the decimal place 9 places. Mega 1000. Pico is 12 places. So if we go back to the rule page, it will tell you how far ahead or behind you have to put this. So this needs to become 11,220 volts. It's still volts, but I'm not saying it's 11,220 kilovolts, because that would really mean that it was 11,220,000 volts. If I don't put the kilo back, I'm taking the kilo away and I'm putting back my zeros. Hopefully that point makes sense. Getting rid of the K, adding back the zeros. Here's my milliwatts. I know milli is 3 places, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to write down 4713. And I know that I would have to go this far to get my milliwatts back. So hopefully that makes sense. Here was the old place. Here's the new place. Milliwatts, oh, not milliwatts, just watts. So I'll clean that one up, 0.04713 watts. 92.5 megahertz. I've got to move that decimal place 6 places to the right. So 92.5. So I take and I start at where my decimal point was, and I go over 6, and this is just hertz now. Nanoamps. Okay, milli, micro, nano, right? So I'm going to start over here. I know I'm working my way to the kind of in the other direction. So here was my decimal point. I'm going to start by adding 1 0. That gets me 3 places. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did I do that right? Nanos, 17, 3, 6, 9. So 7 zeros. That's what we want, because the 1 and the 7 are 8, 9. Because the old decimal point was right there. And these are amps. Okay, I've got mega volts, I believe, is what I was trying to say here. So this should be 336, 200 megavolts. Start the significant digits, find the decimal around that. I go down 3 places, I go another 3 places, that gives me 6. Take off the mega, and I just, oh, here it is again. It should just be volts. Okay, and the last one, very small, picofarads, 1633. Picos is 12 places below. So if I add 1 0 out, here was my decimal place, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that would be farads. Farad should be capitalized. There you go. There are some work examples of engineering notation. Except in a few instances, I expect that we would do things in engineering notation method. One of them that I've already told you about is when we're doing diode voltages. For now, when we're doing our approximations, I want you to do 0.7 volts instead of 700 millivolts. All right.